Hey guys, Cole here with Dinner Team Marketing. I wanted to make a quick video about how to analyze ad performance for Reddit ads and how to optimize for your highest performing ads. So first things first, you want to go into Reddit, go to your dashboard, and then select your active ad groups. I usually like to use another filter for entity status and then go to ads. Now, from this view, you will want to set up a custom view so you have the right columns in place, and you want this view to include ad group info. What this allows you to do is to sort the columns by ad group so that you can see the active ads in your ad groups and see them all together. Then you want to make sure you have all rows selected. Looks like we've only got 10 ads to show, so we're good. And you also want to make sure that your date range is set far enough back. This is an old ad account. I doubt we'll need to go that far back, but might as well. And last, you want to make sure you have these columns in place. And I prefer this order in particular. Amount spent, impressions, clicks, average CPC, click-through rate. Right? And this is ordered by importance, right? Spend is important, but on its own, it's only important if we don't have clicks, right? Impressions, clicks, CPC is an important efficiency metric to measure with clicks. Cost per click is what it stands for. CTR is click-through rate. That's the number of clicks over the number of impressions, aka how frequently your ad gets clicked versus the number of views it had. And then you can either have the results column, or I prefer to have multiple types of conversions. So for this SaaS client, they have sign up conversions and lead conversions. That's why I've got click conversion signups. So this is someone that clicked an ad and converted, and view conversion signups. That's somebody that viewed an ad and converted without clicking on it. Attribution for that type of lead will not show up perfectly within the CRM, so just keep that in mind. Same thing with leads, and then cost per sign up and lead just tells you how much we're paying for those metrics. Cool. So the reason that I have these ordered as they are is I like to think about this stuff in terms of priorities, right? The top metric for us would be leads. So I have it at the end. Because we don't have that many leads, we will not use that as our main metric. So then we go to our secondary conversion that we're tracking, which is signups. We also don't have that many signups in place. So we would go to then the third highest intent action that we're tracking, which is clicks. Here we do have quite a bit of data, so we will be measuring which ads are performing best in terms of the two click efficiency metrics that we're looking at, which are cost per click. So you want to optimize for the lowest costing, for the ad with the lowest cost per click, and click-through rate. You want to optimize for the ad with the highest click-through rate. If you don't have any clicks, you can still optimize by impressions. What I like to do usually is just pause the ads that are getting the most impressions without any clicks, so that ads that have less impressions will show more, and you can analyze the data more quickly. Okay, so let's have a look at these ads. First thing, this ad group ordering feature doesn't always work. sometimes it's useful to go to Ctrl+F and put the ad group ID in there so that you can just ensure that you are looking at all of the right ads. So first things first, have a look at some of the performance behind these variations. These variations are usually, we like to test different creatives, and then on top of that, different headlines too. And then also different calls to action. So with these creatives, it looks like this ad has significantly lower CTR than these two, and it's got higher cost per click than this one. So we'll go ahead and pause this. It's also got quite a few impressions, so I can feel pretty comfortable with our decision there. We'll go ahead and pause those two. Moving on to the next ad. This logistics ad group. These are very close. I suppose this has a slightly higher click-through rate. I would say neither is particularly blowing us away. So maybe leave that one for a bit longer. Then this campaign, we're still... No, this is the only active ad group in this campaign. I just saw the 9 at the end and jumped the gun. Finally, there's this screen sharing. The other two ads in this ad group just haven't spent enough yet, so we'll leave this one going as well. So for now, we'll just pause these two ads at the top. And that is that. Walks you through how to analyze these things. I guess the only other note that I would have for this is just keep in mind impressions, right? Once this ad gets to around 1,000 impressions, if it still has the same amount of clicks, we'd probably pause it because it's got significantly lower CTR than the other ads. Something to keep in mind as well. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and please remember to subscribe.